Level Down is an improvised comedy podcast and can have mature themes. Check the episode description for content warnings.
50 years ago, floatium was discovered deep beneath the Eclectic cities, unlocking the potential for unprecedented techno-magical progress. However, the population was divided between visionaries who sought to use floatium to build an enlightened society, and corrupt politicians with darker purposes. Harnessing the power of floatium, a handful of scientists fled into the sky, sparking the start of the Horizon War. Despite constant attacks from the Eclectic city's most powerful mages, this small community survived to build the 4 floating cities we call home. Nebula, capital of the clouds and bustling central hub. Stratus, our industrial heart where all we need is manufactured. Cirrus, home of poets, scholars, and artisans. And of course Nimbus, our science district and the headquarters of Lift, the laboratory for innovative flight technology. Founded by the brightest of those brave scientists who unlock the secrets of floatium, Lift works tirelessly to secure our home amongst the clouds and strive for a future among the stars. At Lift, we innovate, collaborate, and elevate. Literally. You have been selected for your exceptional intellect, thaumaturgy, and ambition, and we trust you will achieve great things in your life with us. Welcome to your first day at Lift.
The scene opens with you, Charles, sitting in the office of Teddy Briarthorn, the main face of the peace organisation, the sort of unofficial branch of government which is dedicated to trying to stop the war. But they don't have a whole lot of support in the Senate, so they have to do things kind of discreetly. Across one wall of Teddy's office is a huge window, and out the window you can see in the distance the silhouettes of other cities, almost like floating pyramids in the distance there, kind of, I guess, raindrop shaped with a point at the top, and then they expand towards the bottom in tiers, mainly sort of a circular wedding cake. And from a large stone with some runes on it in the corner of Teddy's office, you hear a crackling voice. We bring you today's news directly from Sky Radio HQ in Nebula. The Senate this morning has voted to pass a new bill allowing the research division of Lift direct control over military technology, without requiring congressional approval. Although some senators expressed concern over the bill, it is hoped that it will expedite an efficient end to the war with the Eclectic cities. In other news, floatium reserves remain stable, but expect continued ground raids to maintain supplies. The weather today above the clouds is, as always, fine, but extremely high winds are expected in the lay ahead. And Teddy slaps the stone with the runes and it shuts off.
So sitting at Teddy's desk, you see Charles Chickens. He is a winged tiefling with big, kind of reddish-brown bat wings behind him, a shock of like very dark red hair. He looks about like in his early 20s, and he's got a huge typewriter kind of strapped in kind of a baby harness just to his belly, and he's like kind of cradling it. And yeah, he's got like little spiraling horns. Yeah, that's Charles Chickens.
Hello, Charles.
Hello. Goodness.
Well, usually I'm the one lost for words. You are my speechwriter, after all.
Yeah, well, I'm good with paper. I'm not so good with words, as you know, Teddy.
That's right. Well, you probably heard what was on the radio. Of course, I already knew that, but
yeah, yes, you failed to fill me in on that, but I believe you had a brief for me.
Indeed. We have recently obtained some information from the most secret division of Lift. You know that Lift is the main science institute of the government. It stands for the Laboratory for Innovative Flight Technology.
Yes, of course, I haven't forgotten, Teddy. I swear, I haven't. I wrote it down.
Okay, that's good, Charles. But We believe that Lief is working on a new weapon.
Oh.
A weapon that could greatly accelerate the pace of the war.
Oh.
They call it Dark Sky.
Dark Sky.
Dark Sky, it's very ominous, but we have no idea exactly what it is. We believe that it would be prudent to at least try and find out some more information about this weapon, or, if possible, destroy it, but...
Oh!
This isn't exactly something that we can vote on in the Senate, because it's top secret, so I'm thinking we might need to be a bit covert, a bit discreet.
Oh! And you want me to go in and do this and find information about it?
Well, I do consider you my left-hand man, and you do have a particular talent for obtaining information, sometimes embarrassing information. But
what are you talking about? Anyway.
But you're usually good at getting the inside scoop.
Yeah, well, I would say yes, very good at, the inside scoop. But I don't believe I could do this by myself. I think maybe I would need a team.
I think we need a team of specialized operatives, a team of the most skilled experts to attack this problem.
Okay. Do you have anyone in mind, or?
Do you have anyone in mind?
Well, if we're talking about a covert mission, I may have someone in mind. You see, it was a cold, rainy night. Well, it wasn't raining in the clouds, but, it was raining below, so we could kind of feel it. It was a cold, rainy night when I was, not doing anything suspicious down a dark alleyway, and, I saw in the shadows.
A flashback.
I saw a flashback.
Whoa! I don't think we've included that noise in any of the episodes.
Yeah, no, it's in there. Okay, it's in there.
Okay, flashback to the dark alleyway, totally not doing anything suspicious.
Charles Chickens is, he has a large camera in his hands, and he's watching without interfering, a person being mugged in this alleyway. And he looks very frightened, but he's trying to covertly take pictures of it.
All right, I see. And
then, just out of nowhere, it was like a flash of darkness, and then the robber was gone.
In a flash of darkness, the robber disappears, and you see
a human or humanoid man covered in a black cloak, hooded. You can't really see his face, and he's holding no weapons, but you can't really see anything of him. He's hunched over, brooding, and he seems to be speaking with the person that was being mugged, pointing, giving some directions. Pats them on the back, and they walk away, and then he turns to face you.
Charles puts down his camera where he tried to take a picture, but just got in darkness for some reason. Who are you? You saved that poor man.
I am Justice. I am Vengeance. I am the Night. I am nameless. Why are you taking photos of me?
No reason. Do you want to get a drink?
Sure.
Okay, flashback to the present day.
Whoa. And that's how I met Nameless. I think he would be perfect for this mission.
Nameless. I have seen his name or lack thereof in some documents. And we hear a noise coming from one of the dark corners of the room.
You've seen my name in documents, have you?
Oh, is that you, Nameless?
I am Nameless.
Oh, well, we just happened to be talking of you.
I know, I was here. I'm in.
You're in. Well, you were easy to convince.
Well, we can't let weapons of mass destruction fall into the wrong hands.
Indeed.
That would be terrible.
My thoughts precisely.
I'm also glad we're allowing him in the mission, since he was listening to confidential information.
That's true. Otherwise, I would have to kill him, and I'm not very good at the field work sort of stuff.
You can't kill Justice.
All right. What else could we possibly need for this mission? We've got our brawn. our Justice, I
We've
guess.
got Justice and...
Me, the fearless leader.
All right, we have the fearless leader and Justice. At this moment, there's a knock on the door.
Ooh, good sound effect.
I merge into the shadows.
I'll get it.
I sweep some documents under my desk. Hello, come in.
Hello?
Hello, I feel like I recognize you.
Oh yeah, I'm just here handing out some pamphlets. You want a Dwelf equality?
There's not many Dwelfs around here.
Dwelf equality! Come on, get your pamphlets.
Oh yes, I'll take a pamphlet. Excuse me, what was your name?
Oh, I'm Doth Nugget.
I see. What an interesting, I can... a Dwelven name, correct?
Sure.
Charles, can I see that pamphlet? It looks very interesting. What does the pamphlet say?
In big letters on the top, it just says Dwelf equality. And then it's like a whole like spiel about how Doth Nugget believes that he's being discriminated against. No! For being a Dwelf. Everyone knows that he's the only 12 around.
Well, I have been trying to increase diversity amongst our ranks, and
Oh my god!
Doth Nugget, I think you would make a shining example if you would
What, really?
if you would consider doing a special job for me.
Wait, you can't be... you can't be... This is the intern. I can't have him on... He's a liability.
But he's the only Dwelf. And so imagine the speeches you could write for me.
Oh, I could write some excellent speech. Okay, that's true. Okay, he's in. Wait,
but the target of those speeches would just be Doth Nugget. What do you mean?
we could appeal to so many branches of government if we show that we are supporting the only Dwelf.
We could appeal to all the dwarves and all the elves at once.
You're a genius.
I still can't believe you opened the door. I feel like I've never been recognized before.
The door swings shut of its own accord.
Oh my god, I'm trapped.
Well, Doth Nugget, I see. I have a very important task for you, but it's top secret, so you can't go telling anyone.
I would never.
In fact, why don't we just not tell him for now?
Aha! Excellent idea,
He can
Charles.
just come along and we'll kind of,
I mean, I'm happy enough to just be part of whatever this is, because I'm never involved in anything.
No, don't. Oh, okay. Well, okay. So
I will be so good. I will make you proud.
Oh.
As you say that, you see out of the corner of your eye like a movement of a black shape, and I appear right behind you.
Oh.
I am nameless.
Oh my god.
Yes, he's also on the team. Don't worry about
You're
it.
like the opposite of me. I have like 5 names.
You have 5 names?
Let's hear them.
Well, my full name is Doth Nugget Fiery Basher Silent Light the Foolish. It was kind of insensitive, but I've taken it to heart, and now I have overcome that title.
Looking at this person and trying to measure who they are as a person, judging them, do they seem like a good person?
Roll an insight check.
14.
14. This person seems mostly harmless.
Perfect.
And also really loud.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Doth Nugget is a really tall dwarf with pointy ears. That is like the dwarf nature of him. And by tall dwarf, I mean he's like 5'2". He's got like long hair and a pretty short beard. It's kind of like a sadly short beard.
It's still growing in.
Yeah, and he's wearing very heavy armor that is like clinking as he moves.
Oh, this might be, the armor might, you know what, it's fine.
So we have 3 people, but I feel like
3, it's a bad luck number around here.
that's
As you
right.
know.
That's right. 3, the unlucky number.
Yes, as we're all aware, 4 is much better and has never been an unlucky number in any cultures.
3 is the number of friends that I've watched die in battle.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I was too late to save them.
oh god, well, anyway.
That's so sad.
If we are talking about, like, who I was actually going to suggest for another person. You know, we've got me, the brains, we've got Doth Nugget, the brawn, but I have someone in mind.
Just point at Nameless and say, Doth Nugget the prawn.
I don't know if I would refer to this as brawn.
No, I'm not really very strong, I must admit.
What do you do?
I can heal people.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. Well, okay. I know I said before that I was a fearless leader, but I actually get very nervous talking to people, as you already know, Teddy. But I was actually thinking about someone who could you know, a voice for me, someone who is a bit of brains and brawn, and just everything.
That sounds perfect. Who is it? Who are you thinking of?
Well, you know, it was back in my days of Bard College. Flashback.
Whoa!
I was walking into my dorm room and getting set up, you know, with my bardic instrument, my typewriter. Let me just move this. Oh, it's so clunky. So clunky. Oh, hello? Is someone at the door?
Hello there. Yes. Oh, Charles.
My roommate.
Yes. Yes. Hello there.
Oh, hi. What was your name? Sorry, I didn't look at the roommate thing.
Oh, of course. Eduardo. We've been roommates for a while now.
Oh.
And I know it's totally fine that you don't remember my name. But I wanted to talk to you in confidence, Charles.
Of course.
Anything of, yes, that's what I would hope out of a good roommate, you know.
Yes.
I have to tell you, this bard work is just not for me. As you know, every music lesson, I can't hold a tune.
Oh.
I may be good at talking to people, but, you know, it's just not my calling, you know.
Oh, well, you know, that's fine. We have, like, you don't have to use a musical instrument. I use a typewriter.
I just don't think, like, there are some other deep-seated issues there as well. I don't entirely want to go into all of them, but I just don't think bardship is for me, you know. I just hope you understand. I'm I've been getting gains at the gym and all of that.
Oh!
And I thought I might be better suited to a life of fighting and and I saw that just next door to us there's a paladin, like a temple, and I thought maybe I can go there, but
Dear Eduardo, I can't believe that this is the end of our roommateship.
I know I'm sorry it had to end like this, but if you ever need me, if you ever need someone to call upon, you can always call to me.
I know, and I will, one day.
Yes, one day.
Flash forward. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. It has been 5 years, but I'm sure, you know, we've seen each other, you know, in the supermarket. I'm sure that he would answer my call.
So who exactly is this person you're thinking of?
Well, his name is... Oh, I'm not sure if it's his name or his title now, but his name is Eduardo Not the Bardo.
Eduardo Not the Bardo. I assume he's not a bard.
He is indeed not a bard. He actually failed out of every class in Bard College. I did discover later that he wasn't just leaving, he was expelled, so that was interesting.
I see. So this is the person who's good at everything.
Look, he's good at everything except being a bard, and as I did graduate from Bard College, I reckon, you know, together we form a pretty good duo. Plus the other two.
So you're good at being a bard, and he's good at everything else.
Yes, exactly.
So together you should be good at anything.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
And then we have the other two.
Yeah, I'm not leaving now. You've hired me now. I'm here to stay.
Have you come in contact with him before? He's in the fighting corps. The fighting corps of the Peace Corps.
Indeed, I'm not particularly involved with that department. You know, I don't really like to get my hands dirty, but I think the name does ring a bell.
It is a very recognizable name.
Probably not, because he would never touch a bell.
Oh, he's terrible at bells. Don't even keep bells away from him, trust me.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear the like clink of armor, and Charles, you're like, I know that clink from 5 years ago, outside the door.
I know that clink from 5 years. He knew. I called on him, and he's right outside the door. Quick, open the door. You, Doth open the door.
Okay. I go and open the door.
Okay, and outside the door, you see
a quite tall male half-elf, quite muscular in like heavy armor, and he turns to all of you and he's like, hello everyone. Oh, Charles, I just had a sense that I had to walk past here.
Oh my goodness. See, he's good at everything.
that was quite remarkable.
Except for one thing. Yeah, but you know.
Well, Eduardo, you might have seen me. I'm Teddy.
Oh, hello, Teddy. Yes, we don't cross too many paths, but, you know, glad to be here. Always here to help Charles, you know. Wonderful.
Well, we do have a very important mission that might require someone of your particular skill set.
Oh, of course. Well, which skills?
Well, according to Charles, all of them.
Oh, well, good to know.
Except for the bard stuff. Apparently you're not a bard.
Well, yes, it's in the title. I hold it quite dearly. Not a bard.
Indeed. All right, well, we don't have much time, so...
I'll fill them in on the trip over.
Okay, all right. Make sure to keep Doth Nugget in the dark.
Damn it! And to keep him in the dark, I will keep him close to Nameless, who is always in the dark.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, physically, in the dark.
Yes, exactly.
I'm hidden behind the door frame right now.
Okay, well, if you leave now, you can probably just catch the daily cloud hopper. And Teddy looks out the big glass window. You see in the distance what looks like a big line swinging around. You see that the line is a cable that extends from a central hub at Nebula, and on the end of the cable there's what looks like sort of a glass teardrop shape with sort of a cabin and a cockpit, and it's swinging around with, you can see some little people inside. And you know that this is sort of the main system for getting between cities in the clouds. So it will swing around on its cable, pick up people, and then swing round to the next outer city.
Damn. Okay.
And you can see that it's nearly arriving at your city. It's probably about 10 or 15 minutes away.
We need to move. We need to move quickly before the cable car leaves.
Let's go. Oh, and before I go, tell my girlfriend that I'm going to be late for dinner, okay? This is only going to take, until dinner time, right?
Oh, I'm sure. And, Charles, while I have you here, I do need a bit of advice on a speech that I might need to read. I was thinking something along the lines of, "Tonight, my friends, I speak with a heavy heart.
Okay.
I know we all wish for Operation Daybreak to succeed, but in a cruel perversion of fate, those brave members which pledged their lives to peace have died violently in battle." What do you think? Is it too dramatic?
It may, I'll shape it up. I'll shape it up.
Okay, of course, I probably won't need to read this speech, but you know, it's best to be prepared for any circumstance.
Of course, and I absolutely get that. That's why I'm going to shape up this speech perfectly, so that, yes, you'll definitely get it from me.
Wait,
Well-
are we gonna die?
You can't kill us, because we are justice.
Oh, well,
It's justice now.
that's good news, because I was slightly concerned that you might all die, but as long as you can't be killed, then I'm sure you'll be fine.
Well, yes, anyway, tell her that I'm going to be late for dinner, and that I'm not going to die.
Okay, I'll tell her that. Who is your girlfriend?
Chelsea, yes, tell Chelsea that I'll be home a little bit late for dinner, but I'll definitely be home for dinner. And tell her that she needs to make sure that she does her foot rubs and
All right,
sits down, and then she sits down, and tell her not to stress about dinner.
Charles. Sorry about that, Teddy. Yes, we won't die. I'll make sure of it, and Eduardo flexes his muscles.
Wonderful. On your way out, you might want to stop by the armory. There might be something you could use, but I'll try and remember to tell Cherise that you'll be home by dinner.
Thank you.
Cherise?
Don't tell Cherise. She works in marketing. She does not like me. Let's go.
I'm bad with names.
Let's go.
As we travel, you don't see Nameless walking with you, but every time you look into a nearby alley or shadow, he is there. He seems to be teleporting from shadow to shadow. He's never too far, but he's always out of reach.
Ooh.
When Eduardo finally notices you, he's like, "Oh my god, Nameless!" and does like,
Eduardo, we do our secret handshake.
yeah, he does secret handshake.
It's good to see you.
Yes, good to see you too. Yeah. Oh, we know each other from the fighting corps, you know.
Oh.
We're on a couple missions together.
But the thing is, the fighting for is just it was stopping me from achieving true justice at times, so I couldn't keep going with it.
I totally understand going for your true passion there, Nameless.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
You're
he's
welcome.
a quitter himself, so he would get it.
Whoa. Charles!
Oh, sorry, was that the wrong thing to... Oh, goodness. Sorry. We're at the armory.
I disappear.
I yes, some new armor.
As you're walking down the corridor, you see a small dusty door on the left that says Armory, but someone spelt it a little bit wrong.
Marie.
Yeah. This is the Peace Corps, after all. They're not so big into weapons.
They don't know how to spell it. Well, I'm going to... Do I knock? I'm going to...
Yes, that's good.
There's no reply.
Eduardo checks the door.
It's unlocked.
Oh, I open the door.
Okay. There's a small, dimly lit room with no one in it. It's pretty dusty. It looks like it hasn't been used for a while, and it's also pretty empty. It doesn't really look like there's many powerful weapons or armor.
Well, that was to be expected.
Well, I'm gonna still check around, you know. There could be something. I mean, it could always be nice for a little upgrade for this deadly mission.
All right, so you see a few things lying around. In a corner, there's what looks like an old set of bagpipes, and they're pretty dusty. They look like they haven't been played in a while.
Stay away from... I'll take those. I'll take the bagpipes.
Well, yeah, I was gonna...
Sorry, just reflexes from when you were in some of my classes, you know?
I understand.
Can I ever go play in the bagpipes?
Oh, if you want to, Doc Nugget. You know, the bagpipes are actually a fusion of the flute and the bag.
Yeah, by the time you're saying this, Doth Nugget has like phased you out and is trying to play the bagpipes.
Oh, God.
Can I roll a performance?
Sure, roll a performance check.
12.
Okay, so you play the bagpipes pretty loudly. It doesn't sound particularly musical, but you guys all hear really loud bagpiping noise, and as you look around, you can't see Doth Nugget anywhere.
But we still hear the bagpipes! Oh my God! That's the worst ever!
Oh my goodness. Doth Nugget, you're invisible.
Doth Nugget, you've done something incredible!
I
For
imagine
deaf people!
Doth Nugget is still playing them, and it's so loud that he just can't hear. He's just watching your mouths move.
Amazing. Wow, I can't even see you, Doth Nugget.
Could you
He's still going. He's still going. And he hasn't stopped.
Eduardo tries to like claw at where you were and try and take the bagpipes off you.
Doth Nugget sees you come and then stops.
Okay, as you stop playing the bagpipes, you become visible again, and you're pretty short of breath. It took a lot of effort to play those bagpipes for so long.
I was pretty good at that, wasn't I?
I mean, you went invisible. That's pretty amazing.
Whoa.
I've never done that.
I must just be magical or something. It must have absolutely nothing to do with those bagpipes.
I don't mean to shoot you down, but I think it was the bagpipes.
Is there anything else in this room?
Okay, so lying on the floor, it looks like it's been stepped on a few times, is what looks to be a very magical spell scroll, but it's not quite a whole scroll. It's kind of been patched together from what looks like maybe 3 different scrolls, and it's got a few holes in it.
I pick it up. Can I just without using the spell?
Yeah, you can look at it.
I pick it up. Can I just without using the spell.
Yeah, you
look
can
the
look at
title.
it. The title says it's got like Ayaba, and then below it there's what looks like the start of a spell. Some of the letters are missing. You see like Ait and Aitbol, and below that Adjicus, but it's hard to tell exactly what it does.
This is puzzling. I'm going to study this. Oh, I love letters and words, and I'm just so excited. Is it alright if I have this? Does anyone else want this?
No, take it, Charles. Go for it. I'm much more interested in some sort of weapon or armor.
All
So
right.
you two take the musical instrument and the scroll over there.
Eduardo, as you're looking around for some sort of weapon or some sort of armor, you do notice that in one corner there's what looks to be quite a nice sword.
Ooh, Eduardo gets like a little gleam in his eyes as he carefully goes towards the sword and like picks it up.
Okay, as you pick up the sword, you hear a voice. Hello there.
Well, hello there as well. Are you the sword?
I am the sword, that is me, and the sword is I.
What's your name?
Well, I don't really have a name. Usually people refer to me as, that bloody thing, or useless old sword, or this thing is trash. I've never had a real name, though.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I could give you a name.
Oh, well, I would be delighted.
Guys, what name could we give this sword?
Okay, so he's gone crazy.
Yeah,
so we're
wait,
going to
what?
slowly back out of the room, okay?
It's important to name your swords, everyone.
I agree. It is important to name your weapons. For example, and I take out my hand, which you see for the first time, and on the knuckles it has justice tattooed onto my left hand.
Wait, I thought you were Justice.
Do you have like 7 fingers?
It's not on one per letter.
Well, that's how you tattoo knuckles.
Yeah, but it
Does
kind of
it
goes
say
in and
just? Does it say just and then ice?
Yeah, ice on like the side of my head.
Or it's like both, so it's like justice.
Oh,
No, the other hand is something else.
Just one knuckle. What's your other knuckle?
You'll find out.
Well, the name,
Gillian.
Gillian. Well, it needs to be something.
Killian.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit more ferocious. Okay, would you be okay with Killian?
Oh, killing. I'm kind of opposed to the whole killing people thing.
It's this one! I'm so excited!
Wait a second, but are you okay with maiming?
I mean, as if it's a really bad person. I'm more about like peace and pacifism.
Well, what can you do then?
Well, I mean, if I was to attack someone, I bet I'd be pretty good at it, but...
Well, I mean, if I promise that we're only going to maim bad people, would you do that?
Well, I'll judge for myself whether they're bad people or not. I'd be willing to go along with you. I assume you're part of the organization here. No one seems to use me much, so...
Well, I am part of the organization here, and I would gladly use you. I'll call you Jillian. Is that better?
Jillian, I like that a lot better than Killian.
Yeah, perfect. Well, Jillian, it's lovely to meet you, and are you fine with getting sheathed, or...
Yes. I'm used to that.
Oh, what, is that something you don't prefer?
No, it's okay. It's cozy. It's nice. It means I'm not in the midst of battle. You know, I don't really like being there. I like staying in my nice, comfy scabbard. So.
Okay, Jillian. I will call on you later. And Eduardo sheathes the sword.
He really has gone mad.
Okay, and also lying on the floor is a cloth bag.
Ooh. I pick it up.
Okay, you pick up the bag. Inside the bag are 4 small, roundish objects. They look a bit like a pom-pom.
Oh, never mind.
It's like beans. Magic beans.
Have I seen these before? Do I have any idea what they do?
You haven't seen these before. You could try and figure out what they do if you make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a
You could always let me make the... what are you looking... I could look
Natural 20.
Whoa, natural 20.
Never mind.
Okay, so you know that these balls are imbued with fey magic, and if you were to throw one of them, it would summon a fey creature to obey your bidding.
I've used these many a time in my travels.
Oh.
They're magic balls. My magic balls will come in handy later.
We'll just let him have
It's
those.
a good thing that we have someone socially adept on the team here. At least one person, you know?
I feel like we all got the item that we needed the most, right?
Yeah, he got his balls.
I'm like really bad
Yeah,
at
that's
sneaking around, and I can just make loud noises and be invisible now.
Yes, and I have Jillian.
Who's Jillian?
Yeah,
The sword.
Oh!
I still don't see why you named your sword.
Everyone names their swords.
Do you have a weapon?
Yeah.
Name it now.
Mace. It's a mace.
You know what? We'll work on that, but
Yeah,
that was a good start.
We'll come up with a more creative name later.
Okay, well, we've almost missed the
Oh, of
cloud,
course.
the cloud jumper, the
Cloud hopper.
the cloud hopper. We've almost missed it. Let's go.
Okay, there's also, in this room, there's a disguise kit.
I'll take this. I'll take this right now.
It looks like a box of children's dress-ups that someone has repurposed.
Okay, not a box of children.
Repurposed
Is anyone-
children.
Is anyone a small creature here?
I'm not a small. I'm kind of short, but
I would say that I'm basically 6 foot. Definitely not 5'11".
Are any of us recognizable?
No,
I mean, I do go
I've
around.
never been seen.
I do go around handing out my pamphlets a lot, but most people just ignore me. So
Okay, well you're fine. And you can also turn invisible.
really loudly.
It's still a great skill. I still can't get the invisibility right. So that's honestly amazing. We are going into the lift. Lift.
Yes, yes, so the
We just utterly blanked.
I thought you meant like an elevator.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, no, but Lift is the name for the research branch of, I guess, government, but they mainly act as an independent entity. Lift is the laboratory for innovative flight technology, which is what they say to the public, but most people suspect that they're working on other stuff than just flight.
Okay. I try and find some lab coats in the disguise kit.
Okay. There's something white that looks a bit like a lab coat. You could probably spruce it up a bit if you brush
like
off some of the dirt.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm
Edo.
Otto.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
You know, we're college buddies, so I just thought.
Oh
Anyway,
yes, I haven't heard that nickname in a while.
So I just thought, since you're kind of our voice, maybe we should disguise you as a lab person in Lift.
Oh, of course. Yes, sounds wonderful.
So just put on this white thing, and I'll kind of work it around your. Do a little fashion thing. I'll sew it up on you. Can I roll?
Okay.
And I strapped my sword to my back so it would be hidden by the lab coat.
And he has perfect posture, so there's no problem.
Yeah, okay, you can choose to roll sleight of hand or performance.
Well, they're the same plus, so I can't do maths plus 5. Oh, 20, not natural.
Okay, so it looks like it could definitely pass as a lab coat if someone was just to glance, but on closer inspection they would probably realize, yeah, it's not actually a lab coat. The little like lift that you've embroidered onto it is a bit wonky, but you reckon that someone who was just maybe looking at the back of Eduardo wouldn't notice anything astray.
Okay, well, I think we're ready to go. I don't know what our alibis will be, but we'll figure it out. We'll go. Yeah.
Stick with me and we'll be fine.
Yes, we will. Let's go.
So you are heading out of the building and down towards the Cloud Hopper terminal.
Yes.
All right. So you make it out of the building and then you proceed down
Finally.
some stairways. It's kind of terraced down to the edge of the platform that this small city is floating on. And at the edge, there's a station where people catch the Cloud Hopper. So it's the actual cloud hopper itself. You see swinging towards you on the end of a really long cable. It's approaching quite quickly, but it's not on rails or anything.
Well, team, let's head on to the transportation, the cloud hopper, as one might say.
As we're walking on, there's a lot of people around me, and I'm just handing out flyers. 12 equality!
Okay, so the once everyone's on board, the captain closes the door, and then he walks up to the front of the ship where there's some controls, and he presses. There's two buttons. One is an arrow pointing left towards Nebula, so inwards, and one is pointing outwards.
Has he just got two buttons?
And then there's a big red button in the middle of it with a safety cap on it that has to be flipped up, but it doesn't look like that button's ever been used. And he presses on one of his two buttons. This is a big decision for him. It requires a lot of skill. He presses on the one pointing inwards, and the cable starts to retract into the cloud hopper, and it's pulled inwards. And as it's pulled inwards, it starts to accelerate around.
Ooh. You know, I'm very thankful that you allowed me to come on this mission. I've been in the peace group for like so long.
Oh.
Like a really, really long time.
Yeah, dwarves and elves both live really, really long, don't they?
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, it's my first mission. I'm so excited.
Oh, well, we all remember our first mission, of course.
Yes, of course. It was a dreary, wonderful day fighting. As always, it's too long to discuss now. We should probably come up with a plan before we head on in.
So what's the mission again?
Right. Well, the mission is to... You know how we're the Peace Corp? So Lift is kind of like secretly the War Corp.
Do they hate 12s?
Yes.
Okay, I'm in.
So you guys are flying above the clouds really fast. There's a lot of strong wind sort of buffeting you side to side, but the cloud hopper seems to be holding up well. And out the glass roof, you can see above you, it's just sky pretty much. There's the sun, but you guys are literally above the clouds. But does anyone want to make a perception check looking out the window?
I'll do it. Oh,
No, you do.
I'll do it.
It makes sense for me not to, because I'm probably hiding in the shadows, so I can't be seen.
17.
Okay, so in the distance, 4 birds flying high in the sky, but this is like way higher than birds usually fly.
Oh.
So you're a little bit confused by what they are, and they look like they're getting bigger as they come towards you. There looks like one in particular is quite large, and they're not quite birds, but they have similar characteristics. It's hard to tell at such a distance.
Guys, we might have a problem. At 11 o'clock, 7 degrees upwards.
Wait, like...
Wait, more than that.
So like in 2 hours and slightly upwards.
No, as in there.
Oh.
As in something is coming towards us, and I think it might be about to attack us.
How far away is it?
Okay, it's getting closer quite quickly. At this point, it's probably about 500 feet away.
Why would it attack
Excuse me, can we stop? Can we go the other way? Can we?
Are you talking to the captain?
Yes.
Well, this thing kind of only has one direction, so...
I can clearly see it has another button there.
Oh, but the other button is out to the side. You see, it'll slow us down, but we can't actually reverse direction, and we can't actually...
Well, what does the big red button do?
Oh, well, they just told me never press the big red button. I know that it's only in case of an extreme emergency.
Well, is that an emergency? And I point up to the thing that's approaching us.
The bird things are a lot closer now, so you can see them clearly. There's 3 small ones and 1 large one, and they look like sort of mutant creatures. They look like maybe they started off as a bird many generations ago, but there was a bit of magical contamination that happened, and they're now these twisted, distorted creatures with the wings of a bird, but one of them has like the head of a deer and these like cruel, twisted antlers, and another one of them has like the head of a tiger, and they look pretty gruesome, all told, and they're definitely coming towards you.
Press
at
the
this
button!
point.
Press it! Go on, press the button!
No,
Press the button.
I'm not allowed to press the button, but those things, they're horrible.
Press it or we die!
But we might. What if I press it and we die?
Dothnoggett, get on the roof! What? Get on the roof! Get on the roof! If I get on the roof, I can't get off the roof! You see, I will fall!
No, I've got a spell. Don't worry about it. I went very queen-like then. I've got a spell. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'll try and climb on the roof.
I'll also climb onto the roof.
Okay.
And I start shaking the conductor. God damn it! Press the button!
Okay, make an intimidation check.
An 18.
Whoa. Okay, I'll do what you say.
Oh, we're going on the roof.
Okay.
Why have you done this to us?
So, as you guys crawl onto the roof, you're about halfway up the roof, and then you see the conductor flip open the safety catch on the big red button, and he slams down on it, and immediately the cable detaches from the cloud hopper, and you are now flying off at a tangent to the circle that you were making.
Physics.
And a countdown starts. It says ejection in 60 seconds.
Ejection? What? Oh god! Dothnoggett!
I'm on the roof holding on for dear life.
I type something on my typewriter, fold it incredibly quickly into a paper plate, and I chuck it in Dothnoggett. Read it!
I take one hand that I'm using to hold on for dear life to open this thing and read it. What does it say?
It says giant eagle, and then you turn into a giant eagle.
What?
I cast
Okay.
Let me just.
So, Dothnoggett is a giant eagle, and as you turn into a giant eagle, the 4 bird things land on the roof, and their talons pierce into the glass.
Oh no.
I'm holding on for dear life and flapping my wings.
Okay.
Trying to keep
And
this thing from flying away.
There's a lot of cracks forming in the dome now, and the bird creatures are trying to smash the glass and make their way in. So they're making attacks at it, but they don't seem interested in you guys at the moment.
Oh, I'm also going to give bardic inspiration to Dothnoggett. Are we in initiative?
Yeah, roll initiative.
19.
Natural 20.
Well, I got a natural 20, but it's a 19.
You and me nat 20s all day today.
Yeah.
21.
Whoa.
17.
Damn, you guys are so speedy. Okay, and
We're
I'll
dexterous.
roll as well.
I mean, I don't think I'm that
we
dexterous as an eagle.
Okay, Dothnoggett, what do you do?
I am a bird, and I'm about as smart as a bird. So I'm gonna just hold on to the carriage thing that we're on and try and flap my wings and slow it down a bit, or maybe stop us from plummeting to our death.
Okay, so it's not falling at the moment.
It's just moving really fast.
So
Yeah.
it's still got the floatium on it, right? And
Yes.
floatium keeps us afloat, but it's not following the right. Are we going to land on the cloud?
It looks like you're going to go past Nimbus on the outside. So currently you're not on trajectory to hit Nimbus. You would have been if you had continued on with the cable.
Yeah, I want to try and
Whoops.
use my giant eagle wings to steer us.
Okay, all right. So
Like a sail on a sailboat, except I'm a bird holding onto a flying thing.
all right. Make an acrobatics check.
Okay. It's a natural 1.
Okay, so
But it's a 4!
you're flapping your wings really hard, but you're flapping them in the wrong direction.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm not very smart. I wouldn't understand the aerodynamics of this thing.
Yeah, it looks like you're, if anything, you veered a little bit more off course from Nimbus. You're still heading towards it, but you're not exactly gonna meet up with the terminal in the right spot.
Okay. So I'm on the roof of the thing, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna run over to the biggest bird,
Okay.
and I just start punching it. Go for a
Alright.
jab cross.
Okay.
Oh no. It's a 16 and a 14 to hit.
Okay, the 16 hits, the 14 does not.
16 hits. And is there this one bird, is it bigger than the others?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than the
Then
others.
I will use a key point to stunning strike.
Okay.
Can it please make a con save?
Yes!
It will make a con save. Does a 19 save.
It does save.
Okay.
It does, it's sad. But it takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, okay. So you beat it up, and it looks a little bit annoyed at you.
And I'll use another key point to flurry of blows.
Oh, okay, you go in for the next
The
round.
next strike. Which is a 25 to hit.
Damn, yeah, that hit.
I spin around with a spinning back kick straight to its beak.
Okay,
That's 7 damage.
nice. Okay, well, it's definitely noticed you now. Its little birdie eyes flick around to stare at you, and you're staring right down its beak.
And on that strike, I'll try to, as I hit it straight in the beak, I'll try to make it another stunning strike.
Okay.
With a key point.
Okay, so it makes another con save.
Another con save.
16.
16. That saves.
Okay.
But I get another attack because I flurry of blows.
Aha.
With a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, I hit him, and I deal 8 points of bludgeoning damage as I hit my spinning back kick. Then I put that foot down, and I spin around and go for another kick straight to the beak. But this time straight to the throat, actually. And I'll use another key point to make it a stunning strike.
I forgot how much monks attack.
It's constant.
Okay, that's a 6.
It is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay. It flops to the ground, and it would slide off the glass dome, but its talons are still stuck in the glass, so it's just staying on there. But it's been knocked to the ground. Nice. Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Next are the birds. The 3 birds see that you've taken down their leader, and all of their heads snap to look at you. One of them is these ones don't all have beaks though, so
Oh, right, because some of them have, like,
Tiger head.
yeah. So the one that has the tiger head is going to slash at you with its talons. It pulls them out of the glass to do this. Does a 14 hit.
14 misses.
Okay.
Hits
And-
my shadow. It looks just like me.
All right. The next bit. This is the one with the deer head. It's gonna try and charge you with its antlers. Okay. Does a 15 hit?
15 misses. I dodge out of the way.
Whoa. You're too good. You're like faster than the eye can see, and
I think they all flew at me, and I just melged into the ground into my shadow, and they all flew into each other.
yeah, exactly. Okay, and the last one's gonna try and slash down at you with its talons. Okay, does a 22 hit?
That does hit.
Okay, and it's going to deal 6 piercing damage.
Oh.
So much damage.
Okay, so all the birds collide above you, and they seem pretty confused as to how you got out of their clutches.
They put all their eggs in one basket. I was waiting to say that.
You said clutches, like a clutch of birds.
Okay,
No.
next is Eduardo.
Okay, so the eagle that's stunned, so it has its claws hooked into the glass?
Yes.
Okay, Eduardo's going to pull out Jillian. Yes, it's Jillian.
Oh, hello, Eduardo.
Jillian. Okay, these birds, they're really bad. They're terrorizing civilians. Can I use you to try and, with the butt of the sword, to like get the claws off the glass and then it'll fall?
I think that seems like a worthy cause. I'm happy to help you if it means defending the civilians.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad we see eye to eye. Okay, I'm gonna try and use the butt of my sword to, like, I don't know, like,
Push out the talons.
Yeah, break out the talons so it would like lose its grip and fall because it's stunned.
All right. Okay. Make an attack roll with advantage, and Jillian has a +2 to attack.
Oh my god. Good, Jillian. That's a 26.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. You smash precisely on both of its talons, and the talons slip out of the glass, and the bird, still stunned, slides down the glass, and then like kind of hits the edge, and its neck crumples a bit, but it's still falling, and it falls off the edge, gliding into the void below. Okay.
Great work, Jillian. And as a bonus action, who are there civilians there?
Yeah, they're all hiding at the back of the dome inside there's about 6 of them.
Okay, I look to the civilians and I'm like, stay there, and I like go in front of them and like get ready. Like I hold Jillian up, and I'm protecting the civilians from the birds on the roof.
Oh my god, you're so brave! You're my hero!
You're welcome, everyone. I'm here for you. Don't worry, I'll protect you. And that's Eduardo's turn.
All right, and now Charles Chicken.
Charles Chickens. Okay, Charles Chickens very quickly types something on his typewriter. So what birds are there? There's a deer head, a tiger head. Is there a bird?
Yeah, there's a bird, but it looks pretty gruesome. It's like, imagine the kind of the head of an ibis crossed with, like a turkey.
Ooh, the 2 worst looking birds. Okay. I frantically type something on my typewriter, and then I throw it up at the bird, like fold it into a little paper airplane, throw it up at the bird, and I'm like, read it!
Okay.
Read it!
You're throwing it at the bird?
Yes, the bird.
Okay.
And when it unfolds, it says, caw, 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 caw.
Alright.
I'm casting vicious mockery. Let's see if the bird's insulted. You make it safe.
Okay. What sort of a save?
A wisdom.
Okay. 4.
The cacaws, it really hurts.
Yeah.
That's a 2d4 damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Alright, the caca really struck deep into its bird heart.
3 damage!
Okay, it's not really smart enough to be super offended, but it knows that was a pretty terrible insult, and that it should feel bad about itself.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Edo.
Edo. Alright.
And I'll remember to do my extra attack next round.
This is the inspiration. Don't forget to attack twice.
Yes, yeah. I slip a little note into his hand, and it just says, you have 2 attacks.
Okay, and we're back to Dothnoga the giant eagle.
Recognizing that, like, trying to steer this ship wasn't very good, Dothnoga, as an eagle, will try and attack the one with, like, the tiger face.
Okay.
With one with its beak.
Okay, so you're pecking at its face with your giant eagle beak?
Yes, that is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. And that is 8 piercing damage. And then against the same one, Dothnoga is gonna like flap his wings and like bring up his talons and try and scratch at it.
Whoa, you're using its own weapons against it.
Yeah. I'm a bad. That's a 23 to hit.
Damn, yeah.
That is 10 damage.
Alright. So the tiger bird's not in great shape. You've pecked one of its eyes out, and you've really like slashed a lot of feathers out of it. It's looking a bit bare-chested now. From the speakers aboard the Cloud Hopper, you hear the countdown continue. 20 seconds until ejection. So you have about 3 turns left before whatever is going to happen happens.
Have we already gone off the cable?
Yes, you've been floating freely for quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I pushed the button.
Anyway, it's my turn.
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay, staring down at this massive bird, Nameless cracks his neck, because that's what monks
Breaks
do.
his neck.
Breaks his neck, falls off the hopper.
The end.
No. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a punch with my left hand on the one that's in front of me, then a back kick straight to the one behind me without looking, and then I'm gonna try to using some sort of pressure that I've got on them to lift off and jump and kick the third one.
Whoa.
12 to hit on the first one.
That misses.
Damn. Okay. Next. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. So damage. Damage is a thing. That's 7 damage, bludgeoning damage. And last strike. So 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits as well.
6 damage.
All right. So you punch forward at the bird in front of you, but your punch misses. Then you kick backwards. You hit the deer bird, and then doing a flying kick, you spin around and you smack the tiger bird right in its tiger face.
Epic.
Okay. What was the second amount of damage?
6.
6. Cool. All right. The tiger bird is looking pretty beat up. It's not in great shape. Now it's the bird's turn. So the leader regains consciousness. I calculated exactly how far it would fall in the time between turns, but I've forgotten that. But it was definitely not too far for it to fly back up. So it's going to fly back up. It's a bit more cautious now. So you see from below the cloud hopper upright rises this huge bird, and it hovers there. It's going to fling its wing around at you, and a wave of sharp feathers flies towards you. It's making a ranged attack on Nameless.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
22 does hit.
Okay. And
Sorry.
okay, it does 11 damage.
Okay. As it hurls its feathers at me, I'm gonna stand there and try to spin around and catch one.
Okay.
And deflect missiles.
Ooh.
So I reduce the damage by 8.
Whoa, impressive. Okay, you catch the sharpened feather keenly in your monk hands.
Press it into my chest just a little bit.
Yeah.
I bet like it was sharp on either side, so you like caught it with your hands.
That's right, yeah, like you catch a frisbee, yeah.
Last clap. How much damage was it?
11, so
3.
reduced, yes.
But you just got a really bad paper cut.
Yeah.
I was about to say, oh, well, yeah, papers are made out of feather, but then I forgot.
Then I remembered trees exist.
Yes.
I mean, are trees up in the Cloud Cities?
We haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, there's definitely a scarcity of trees. There's some bonsai trees in some rich people's houses. But
Well,
they're curiosity, not the norm. Okay, so now it's the 3 small ugly birds. They're going to
rude.
yeah, sorry. They're
I think
they're beautiful in their own way. Okay, they fly into the sky, they flap off, they use their flyby ability.
Oh no, they're flapping off.
Yeah, they're flapping off, and just as you're thinking, oh,
Sorry. I don't know. Sharon started laughing at flapping off, so now I'm laughing at flapping off. I'll flap you off.
You're such a child.
okay, so it looks like the birds are flying away, but no! They dive towards the giant eagle that is Doth Nogget.
Oh no.
Okay, so they dive and they're going to try and gore you. The deer one's going to try and gore you with its antlers as it dives, and it's also using its dive attack.
No way.
Okay, does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
Alright. That does 17 damage to the giant eagle.
Surely the giant eagle's fine.
Still okay.
Hey.
Nice.
Alright. Now the next one is going to dive also at the giant eagle.
I'm no longer okay.
You can miss. You've got this.
yeah, my giant
Just looking-
eagles perform.
Just looking at my spells as a bard and noticing that I didn't prepare any healing spells.
don't worry, I have lay on hands.
Okay, I am the healer, that is why I'm here, but it doesn't help if I'm not here anymore.
I also have cure wounds.
Wow.
You three are all healers.
I knew that there would be
I'm a paladin, okay?
I knew there would be a lack of intelligence, so I took smart spells.
Oh my god! This happens in the middle of combat.
Yeah, we just have a moment where we'll just go, so.
Okay. The tiger bird also dives at you. It's going to try and take a chomp out of your eagle feathers. Does a 10 misses, right?
10 misses.
Okay. It's kind of off course compared to the deer bird. And then the last one, the bird, dives towards Eduardo.
No!
Wait, I forgot.
Bird. Is that not just a bird? It's two different types of bird.
It has...
That could happen.
It has the body of a bird and the head of a bird. And it's a really ugly bird.
Oh my goodness.
So it joined the group just because it was ugly.
Eduardo's like protecting all the civilians with his body. He's like, stand back.
Alright. And it's got it has to sort of dive through the opening that's been stabbed out by Jillian in the glass. But it's got this long ibis beak. It's going to try and impale you on its beak. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
All right. Okay. With tremendous speed, the bird stabs you with its beak, dealing 15 damage.
Get stabbed.
All right. That's the bird's turn over. So one of them's in the Cloudhopper cockpit with you, Eduardo. Two of them are fighting the giant eagle, and then the largest one is hovering.
The giant eagle. The giant eagle is not looking so good.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay, whose turn is it now?
Ah, yes. Next, it is Eduardo.
Oh, okay. Eduardo is going to take Gillian, and he's gonna be like, Gillian, we have to defend these people. Are you willing to slash again?
Slash at the bird? This is going to involve blood, isn't it?
Yes, Gillian, I believe in you. You can... Is it... Do you get a little faint at the sight of blood?
I do.
Can you just... What if you... I mean, I don't exactly know how you're seeing.
If you cover my hilt.
Yeah, I'll cover your hilt so you can't see anything.
Okay, I'll imagine it's a nice warm bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
thank you, Gillian.
Do it quickly.
This is the darkest interaction with the sword I've ever seen.
It's also the only interaction with the sword I've ever seen.
That is a 21.
Yeah, that hits. And I assume you're attacking the one in front of you.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's a +2 to the damage. So Gillian's gonna Eduardo is gonna take Gillian and just slash at the eagle's... Is it the eagle? The bird's throat.
Just kill Dolph Nugget. Did you forget which one is on that side? Oh my god!
It takes Eduardo a moment. Then he's like, oh yeah, it's this one. And like slashes at the bird's neck.
Surely Dothmog doesn't look that hideous.
Dolph Nugget isn't...
Oh my god, the silence. Hey, Dolph Nugget is a beautiful eagle because he was made by Charles Chicken.
And that is 15 points of damage.
Alright, that was a heavy hit to the bird.
Okay, and I'll also smite, and that uses a spell slot. I've played so many paladins before. I do remember I have an extra attack this time.
Hey!
So 15, and then +9, which is 24.
Alright.
That's shooting everybody.
And then Eduardo's gonna go in for a second attack, and he's not gonna tell Gillian.
He's not gonna tell Gillian.
Yeah, Gillian...
He's just hoping he's doing it fast enough.
Gillian thinks it's one attack.
Yeah.
I'm sure that hits. That's a 28 to hit. Should I smite on this one again? I'll smite.
If the bird's not out, then yeah.
Yeah, I'll smite. Gotta get my D8. Oh, that was an 8. Oh, I rolled an 8 again. 28 points of damage. Eduardo says under his breath, I'm sorry, Killian. And then slashes up through the bird.
Okay, so with your first hit, you just about decapitated it. The bird head is hanging from a thread, and then when you go back for the second hit, you slice it clean in half up the middle.
Oh dear.
It's thoroughly dead.
And as my bonus action, I'm gonna Shield of Faith.
Alright, what does Shield of Faith do?
So a magical aura seems to emanate around Eduardo, and his AC increases by 2, so now he is much harder to hit.
Ooh. Okay, very cool. Can I look now? Is the hitting done?
Yes, it's all done, Gillian. Thank you so much. You've done a great deed.
Oh no, did we do that?
No.
I've never killed anything before.
Well, technically, I killed them.
True.
It wasn't technically...
I was an unwitting accomplice.
Exactly. You didn't know it happened.
You weren't even a witness. You weren't watching.
Quite literally accessory to murder. Well, hopefully that's that.
We can always hope, Gillian.
Okay, next up is Charles.
Yes. So Charles is going to turn to the birds, and he's not going to use any spells because he feels like, he might want to save them. But he's going to turn to the birds, and pointing to the big dead bird carcass, he pulls out, that's right, his bird pipes. He's proficient in bird pipes. What? Because he cannot speak the language of birds, but maybe if he plays these bird pipes, and he's going to try and intimidate them by going, look at what we've done to your friends. You best escape now before we slaughter you all. This is not worth it.
Okay, roll an intimidation check.
I did roll a 1, but I mean, it's accurate. As an eloquence bar, any roll under a 10 automatically becomes a 10 on the dice, and then +5, it is now a 15. So Charles sees that none of them are convinced, and then he goes, hang on a second, and then he types something up on his typewriter and shows it to them all, and he's used the bracket key to paint a picture of all the birds getting decapitated.
The birds turn to stare at you with their beady eyes, and you see a hint of terror in their eyes. The large bird says, "Caw-caw!"
Can I understand what it's saying?
Yeah, you speak giant eagle. It's saying, "Flee!"
Also, I can understand it because I speak bird pipes. No, I can't. I try my best.
And then the bird turns and flies off into the distance as far as it can fly.
Opportunity attack?
No, because it has flyby.
You can't escape justice forever.
This one time you can, but
I will find you.
Hi, welcome to the end of the first episode of Operation Daybreak. For this miniseries, Lief is our DM. Our main editor Ellie plays Charles Chickens. Jared plays Nameless. Haley plays Eduardo, not the Bardo, and I play Doth Nugget. Find us on YouTube and Spotify at !! On TikTok and Instagram at !Downcast, and email us at leveldownpod@gmail.com. Our theme music is Let the Mystery Unfold by Jeff Harvey. Join us on Monday next fortnight, so in 2 weeks' time, to see where this story goes next. So long!